I really shouldn't say that I'm surprised, because I'm not surprised. All of us who have been saying what we've been saying for the longest time now about PBC, about Errol Spence, about the promoter Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbe, and the whole PBC and the fanboys of PBC, we've been telling y'all. And what we have been telling y'all is they are compromised. A lot of them are sellouts. And the fans of these sellouts are people who have the same kind of personalities as them, or they want to be like them. Me, I would never, for one, I never want to be like nobody but myself. But two, I would never want to be like a narcissist. Let's be real, y'all. We don't even see Al Haymon, but he just gives off the arrogance and narcissistic traits consistently. Mayweather, a narcissist. Leonard Ellerbe, he shouldn't even have a narcissist. Like, what does he really do? He don't train nobody. Seem like he be holding Mayweather's jockstrap 24/7. That's the only thing he's really good at doing, being a professional fanboy of Mayweather and a professional D-rider of Mayweather. Who else? Errol Spence, same mentality. Talk real greasy. Act like, oh, you call yourself the big fish. You got your animations like you're the shark, and that you just eating up everything that's in your path. But then when you get destroyed by Bud Crawford, you go quiet. You let all your fanboys make up all these conspiracy theories about Bud Crawford. We see random pictures of this cat in other places on vacation. You know, he got that bag, even though he got his ass whooped, but he got that bag. I'm happy for him. But at the same time, this just goes to show you, it's like PBC is not even hiding who they are now. They're just like the Hollywood elites in a way. They've been the way they move, because it's like, think of this. How is it even fair? And how does it even make sense that Errol Spence would be the next person up to fight the winner out of Zoo and Fundora? Regardless of what you say, y'all, you goofballs and you easy to control ass people was like, oh yeah, Ellerbe, you heard what Ellerbe said. Yeah, he's family. They're not obligated to give the Bud Crawford that fight. Errol Spence deserves it. I mean, even though he got his ass whooped, he lost. He's not the champ for 147, but it's a new weight class, so Errol should be the first one. Y'all know that don't even make sense at all. But the obsession and the need to be on code for people y'all like will make y'all act like this, and will make y'all make up any kind of excuse possible to try to justify it. Y'all right, but PBC, Al Haymon, nobody owes Bud Crawford the fight between those two, but it just goes to show you how much control and how much narratives they're pushing, and how much they will, and so to speak, blackball another fighter and shun another fighter and discriminate against one fighter in order to appease and please another fighter. Like, I get it. Y'all feel real bad for Errol Spence. Y'all feel that sorry for him, that y'all would allow him to avoid Bud Crawford. What happened to the rematch? Bernie the Boxer was right, man. He's like, man, I can't respect you. And Bernie the Boxer is from Texas. But he was right. He said, if you from Texas and you support what Errol's doing right now, and him not trying, at least trying to get that get back with with Bud, I don't respect you. He was right. And I don't respect Errol either now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't respect him when he was pulling all these little games and these circus acts, acting like Bud Crawford ain't fought nobody, saying he's the A side. He going to have to settle whatever we give him, 80-20, 70-30, 60-40. Or I might just go up and fight Canelo. Who have you fought? You ain't fought nobody. You got hurt by this person. Like, just moving the goalposts and making any kind of excuse or trying to pull a psychological game to try to get under Bud's skin. And then he used it as ammunition, and maybe Bud Crawford unleashed too much. Maybe he showed too much arsenal for the world to see. So all the people who are rivals or haters of Bud Crawford are scared now. And y'all trying to make Bud stay at 147 to fight Boots. Boots is an excellent fighter. But do you really believe Boots can beat Bud Crawford? Bud Crawford has shown that he can make adjustments with any fighter. He can take a punch from any fighter. And once he makes those adjustments, he stops them. Look at his last 10 opponents. I think he's stopped his last 10 opponents. And they weren't bums. So, like, come on, man. Stop. Forget the stop stuff, man. Because, you know, people are going to do what they do. But I ain't falling for the okie doke. I don't feel sorry for Errol Spence. Y'all the ones that feel sorry for Errol Spence. And y'all going to set him up to get even more destroyed. Because he's going to underestimate Fundora. And he's going to think he's going to walk through Fundora while avoiding Bud Crawford. And he's going to get stopped. He might get knocked out. Because every fighter that Bud Crawford has fought, they have not been the same. They decline. And they usually lose again. So it ain't going to go how y'all think it's going to go for Errol. So y'all can keep riding the Errol Spence train, you Errol-sexuals. It's not going to go good for you. And then I wonder what y'all going to come up with in the aftermath of Errol avoiding Bud Crawford for the rematch and possibly maybe getting stopped by Fundora. Because what's going to happen if Errol Spence loses to Fundora? What y'all going to say then? Or what's going to happen if Errol does beat Fundora? Do you think Errol Spence is going to want to fight Bud Crawford again? No, you're going to move the goalposts. You're going to come up with some kind of conspiracy theory. You're going to create some kind of propaganda. And you're going to try to make it go to y'all want it to be Zoo. Because he's part of y'all's family, right? I think y'all niggas is easy to figure out, bro. But, you know, Mayweather, I've lost all respect for him, bro. You know, I've lost all respect for him. Because, you know, he's already admitted, and I've said this many times in past videos, and it's not only myself, but I'm one of the few who have said that Mayweather was trying to sabotage the fight between Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. And I felt like Bud was jealous and worried that I felt like Mayweather was scared and worried that Bud Crawford would surpass him in accomplishments, legacy, and just greatness. Because Mayweather has always considered himself TBE, the best ever. And I think he is the best ever as far as his style and what he was able to do and his accomplishments. I'm not taking away from his accomplishments, but this promoter Mayweather is a hater. This promoter Mayweather don't want nobody else to shine above him. And he can't seem to detach himself from the boxing game and allow these boxers to just shine and maybe just support from behind the scenes. Mayweather is a P. Diddy of the boxing. Mayweather is the P. Diddy of the boxing game. Always want to be in the videos. Always want to highlight himself, act like he's doing all this stuff. Like, you didn't train all these other young up-and-coming fighters who are champions now. You might have helped train some of them, like maybe Devin Haney, Shakur, Tank, but there's a lot of other greater fighters and a lot of other great fighters besides them. And even though some of them may admire you, Mayweather, it doesn't mean that you should step in their way and that they should have to bow down to you and acknowledge you in order to be acknowledged by the world and the fans. Because at the end of the day, the real fans are going to pick the hometown hero. They're going to pick the person that's the real GOAT, or the person that is the people's champ, and not the champ that was chosen by the higher-ups, the elites. We don't care about the elites. We don't care about the people that's got all the money, who's pushing narratives. We care about the ones who are really performing, who's really, really showing it with our eyes to see, to where we can make our own judgment. So we don't care about the fanboys who go along with the get along, who ride PBC and then they try to twist it and say, oh, no, that's a black-owned nigga promotional company. Nigga, y'all niggas is the sellouts because y'all don't even support black. Look what y'all doing. Y'all talking about the black promoter. Y'all niggas are retarded, bro. Some of y'all are like hooked on phonics. Some of y'all grew up and y'all weren't that very educated. Y'all were not that very good on comprehending things and using your own mind and being your own leader. A lot of y'all just go along. That's why a lot of niggas always got to attach themselves to a gang, a fraternity, a religion, because you niggas don't know how to be a leader. You don't know how to be your own person, walk on your own journey. You're here to be your own person, walk on your own path independently. You're not supposed to be here to tag team and tag along to other people and stuff, riding other people's coattail. That's why I support men who stand alone, men who don't fold and don't compromise themselves and don't do nothing strange for a little piece of change just to get some validation by people who aren't even respectable. Just because there's certain people in this world that have a lot of money don't mean that they're good people. It don't mean that they're respectable people. There's a lot of wealthy pedophiles. There's a lot of wealthy psychos out here and sickos. But you people, the money, maybe money is the root of all evil, because all it takes is a certain amount of money and people will do whatever, will bend over if they have to, just for the sake of money. So you bottom feeding opportunists will gravitate and attach yourself to anyone or anything that seems marketable and profitable. Even if it means compromising yourself, even if it means losing your soul or losing your identity and forgetting who you are. As long as you live in your life and through the shadows of PBC, Mayweather, and my nigga Earl, but that's my nigga Earl Spence, my nigga. Hey, nigga, I don't give a damn what they do with the Bud Crawford, my nigga. Support that nigga, dog. He deserved that Fundora fight, my nigga. Y'all the dumb niggas that I'm talking about. And all you other big time bloggers who've been supporting it, I ain't gonna mention the names because they're not even relevant like that to me. They're goofballs and they are probably getting paid by PBC. But one of the guys actually had to man up and admit that he was wrong and that PBC and Errol Spence and them, they're scared of Bud. And they all along, the truth has been that they've been avoiding Bud Crawford and they've been trying to sabotage Bud Crawford. There's another blogger out there who he's still trying to remain on code. He's trying to come up with the greatest excuse possible for why PBC should not step aside and allow the person who deserves that fight, which is with Fundora. You know, they're trying to make an excuse for why Bud Crawford should not get that fight. Even when Bud said, nah, bruh, you lost, sir. You step aside. You need to wait in line. But look at how PBC is trying to bully their way and be like, you know what? Nah, Earl, he's the loser. He lost, but we don't care. We don't like you, Bud Crawford. You're not a part of us. You're on the other side of the street. Remember they say that? So they showing you their true colors. Bud has always been on the other side of the street. Earl said that out of his own mouth. Well, you on the other side of the street. I don't know what to tell you. Get your whole ass out of here, nigga. That's why you got your ass whooped, dog. And it ain't over for you, Errol Spence, because, you know, you should have some sense and talk some sense into your fans and the people and say, look, man, die that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Leave Bud Crawford alone. He a good dude. He a good family man. He's a good father. And he works hard. And he was the better man that night. But instead of standing on your square and at least standing on business, whether you win or lose, Earl will never stand on business because he is part of the business. The business controls him. The business runs him and makes the decisions for him. That's why he looked so goofy when he was in that ring. So, hey, man, it is what it is, dog. But y'all stay real, man. Real recognize real.